Hi, my name is Joseph Rodriguez, and I'm a professional trombonist in the Chicago area. One thing I do is teach trombone at several local universities. Another thing I do is I play trombone in several local orchestras. I am really excited to teach you how to play the trombone to the best of your ability. I really love to play the trombone because it makes a beautiful sound, a really rich, full, resonant, and singing sound. And I am hoping through this video to show you how to make that sound. Have fun and enjoy and learn as much as you can. Now, the first thing you want to do is find a safe place to put the trombone case. I might find a chair, or if you can't find a chair, put it on the floor. You don't want it to set it somewhere where it's going to fall and damage the instrument. Once you find a safe place for the trombone, you'll want to make sure that you open it up the right side up. You might find that there's a label on the case, or you could put your own little sticker on there, and so that way you know which side is the right side up. So find a safe place to put it, and then all the trombone cases have latches somewhere, and this one happens to be right here. You open the latches and open the case slowly, and you find the trombone. And as you can see, it has basically three parts to the trombone. There's the slide, the bell, and the mouthpiece, and they all have their specific place in the case. Now, the most important part of the trombone is the slide, and we want to take that out of the case first. And you want to be very careful with it when you take it out. If this thing gets damaged, it's going to be very hard to play the trombone. Let me show you the different parts of the slide. First, there's the mouthpiece receiver. Then there's the bell receiver. And that's where the other parts of the trombone will go in. Now, this part is the lock, the slide lock. It's very important to keep it locked when you're not using the slide, so that it doesn't fall off. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when it falls off. It becomes two parts. So this is the outer slide and the inner slide. And you want them to work very well together. Now that you have the slide out of the case, you'll want to get the bell out of the case. What I like to do is take the slide with the right hand and take the bell with the left hand. Now you put the bell on the bell receiver, and you lock the bell on with the bell lock. Now don't put it too tight, otherwise you might not get it off later. The bell is really important to the trombone because it amplifies the sound, much like a megaphone. Another important part of the bell is it has the tuning slide on it, and you'll want to pull the tuning slide out to where it's about an inch out. You'll see right here that there's a little piece of metal right here that is usually on trombones, and it's called a counterweight. It serves the purpose of balancing the trombone while you play it. And then the other part of the trombone that's really important is this brace right here. It helps you hold the trombone. The last part of the trombone is the mouthpiece. You just simply pull it out of the case and insert it into the mouthpiece receiver and give it a twist. Now, before you're ready to play, you'll want to lube up the slide. Now, the way that I do that is have the trombone in the left hand and take the oil with the right hand. Without the slide lock being on, you pick up the trombone with the left hand only until right before it comes off the slide. You have to be really careful with that. And then you take the oil and you put a little bit on the first one and a little bit on the second one. And then you rub it in until it feels nice and smooth. Well, there you have it. The trombone is ready for you to make a beautiful sound on it. To make a great sound on the trombone, you have to have great posture. Now, sometimes you might practice sitting, and sometimes you might practice standing. When I practice at home, I usually practice standing. However, in the band, you'll probably play sitting. So you want to be able to have great posture whether you're sitting or standing. Great standing posture involves making the feet really firm into the ground. I like to think of a big oak tree and its big roots going all the way down into the ground so that you're really firm and you're not moving around so much. The rest of you should be really upright and open, and you want to be really proud of playing the trombone. Now when you sit, you want to imitate the posture of standing. You want to keep those feet flat on the floor, and then you want to sit at the front of the chair to allow you to be open and upright. You want to keep your knees at a 90-degree angle, sit at the front of your chair, and don't slouch in the chair like this, because it's really hard to breathe and you won't be able to make your best sound if you can't take a good breath. So sit up straight and be proud to play the trombone so that your sound can go straight out into the audience. Once you have your posture set, you want to be sure to bring the trombone to you, like this. Not you to the trombone, like this. Always bring the trombone to you and maintain good posture when you play the trombone. Now the first thing you need to make a great sound is wind. Now there's a lot of air in this room, but wind is moving air. We have to be the creator of the wind. How do we do that? Well, you basically just take a big breath in and let it go, like this. Now I think of my lungs as big balloons. Now exhaling is really very simple. If I fill up that balloon with air, how do I get it out? Well, you just let it go. That's the same thing that happens with our lungs. Another thing that you want to think about in the inhale is filling it up from the bottom up. You want to get fat first. So I like to think about getting fat and then getting tall. So what you want to do is fill up your lungs with air and then let the air go at a steady rate, just like this. And then the other thing you want to do is fill up the lungs and immediately let the air go, like this. You do not want to hold the air in before you let it go, like this. So fill up your lungs and let it go immediately. So try not to push the air out. That'll create a bad sound. You want to breathe in and out. In and out very easily. So by breathing in this way, you're going to be able to have a really rich, full sound and make your best sound on the trombone. Now that you have your instrument together, let's learn how to hold the instrument. The right hand and the left hand have different functions. The left hand is used to hold the instrument up. The way that you hold the instrument with the left hand is make a gun with the left hand, just like this. And basically we're just going to stick that gun into the instrument so that the thumb goes around the brace. The index finger will go on top of the slide. Then you'll take the rest of the fingers and wrap them around the other part of the slide. And this way you can hold the instrument with just the left hand. Now the right hand is used to move the slide. and that's its only function. It does not hold up the instrument. You want to hold the slide with the 3 fingers. The thumb goes in the back of the slide. The index finger and the second finger will go on top, and the rest of the fingers can just go underneath the slide. You want to hold the slide firmly, but not too firmly to where it hurts. Always hold on to the slide. Never let go. Now you're ready to learn how to hold your mouth. That sounds a little funny, but it's really important to know how to hold your mouth in order to make a sound on the trombone. Now the fancy word for that is called embouchure. Now the first step to making an embouchure is to keep your lips really natural and relaxed. Just like you're going to say embouchure, you just say the part. The next thing you do is you pull down your chin to keep it flat. And you want to perhaps work with a mirror to make sure that your chin is flat, not bunched up. So you say and then you pull down the chin. And as you do that, you'll notice that your corners will actually get more firm. So it's really simple. You say and then you pull down the chin, you keep it flat. Once you learn how to pull it down, you can just keep it flat. So you say and then you make the chin flat and your corners firm. Another key factor in the embouchure is to keep the teeth spread apart. What I like to do is take a pencil and stick it in between the teeth, and then wrap your lips around the pencil and then take the pencil out. And this will teach you how to keep your teeth spread apart just enough to let plenty of air go through your lips. And that's the next part. You'll want the air to go right through your lips and make them vibrate. So let's form an embouchure and then make our lips vibrate. We say chin, corners, teeth, and then take a big breath and make them vibrate. Now that buzzing sound kind of sounds like a big bee. That's what makes the sound on the trombone, is vibrating lips. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the mouthpiece to all of that what we just did. So take the mouthpiece and plug it in to your lips, right about in the middle. Now it's okay if it's a little high, but you don't want it to be too low. What I like to do is put the mouthpiece and plug it into your lips and anchor the bottom part of the mouthpiece on the bottom lip right here, like so. So what you want to do is you want to plug in the mouthpiece and then form the embouchure with the flat chin and the firm corners, and then take a deep breath and vibrate your lips. Now as you make that buzzing sound, you want to remember to keep your embouchure on the outside of the mouthpiece firm, but on the inside keep it relaxed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the mouthpiece and add it to the instrument and make our first sound. So we just plug the mouthpiece into the mouthpiece receiver, pick up the trombone with our good posture, and make that buzzing sound into the trombone. Now there is your first sounds on the trombone.